What's your prediction for this year since you crushed it last year, Friedberg? Go ahead.
My prediction is based on the premise that I think there is going to be this revolution in Iran and the Ayatollahs are going to be out. That's not the contrarian belief. I think that's the standard belief. And I think that is going to happen. And that's the premise. But a lot of people think that Iran is part of the destabilizing force in the Middle East. And I do think that there is already in anticipation of the turnover with the ruling parties in Iran, there is already this brewing conflict amongst the other Arab states. So I think that between UAE, Saudi, Qatar, and this fraction in Yemen, and then I don't know if you guys have followed, but there's this kind of emerging independence movement for Somaliland, which is kind of north of Somalia, that there may be more conflict brewing in the Middle East than anyone anticipates for this year that will not necessarily involve Israel and or Iran. It will actually be amongst the other Gulf states as they vie for influence and power, and that the contrarian point may in fact be that Iran has been a stabilizing force in that region. And by removing Iran and by changing over Iran and they become this kind of independent democratic state, and this particularly is going to be heightened as there's going to be this battle for who's going to take care of the Palestinians as the two-state solution emerges, and what's the role that Jordan's going to have to play versus Egypt versus Saudi, and it's going to lead to a lot of questions about resource allocation. So I think that this year could end up being a little bit nastier than folks anticipate.